Over the summer, I chose to read The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. I chose to read this book because I had asked many of my older friends for their opinion, and this book seemed to intrigue me the most of all others on the list. I will now talk about the plot summary. During the Civil War, a young recruit named Henry Fleming awaits to engage in a battle with his companions for the first time as a young man. Henry's team finally receives word for them to enter the battle as Henry is a little nervous. Out of fright, he flees from his companions into the forest and later joins a group of wounded soldiers. Henry recognizes one of the soldiers to be a fellow companion named John Conklin, as he was then forced to watch him die as his injuries were too severe for him to live. He sticks with a man that has been shot and intensely wounded, and they wander through the woods together as Henry is repeatedly asked by this man of injuries on him that do not exist. Until Henry cannot take it any longer, he abandons the man in the woods to die. He keeps wandering until he finds some companions and suddenly gets bashed in the head, but is quickly almost back to full health. The next day, Henry goes to the battlefield, more courageous than ever, in honor of the companions he let die and overheard criticism of officers over the past couple days. Now I will talk about the main character, Henry Fleming. He progresses very much throughout this book, changing from a young man into a mature soldier. Early in the battle, Henry admires his war very much, but his courage to fight isn't completely there yet. Henry must flee his own companions to get himself together and take a breather. Once he is accompanied by soldiers with such great attitude and characteristics, he begins to enter a higher comfort zone in the battle. After taking part in war and seeing what it's like, Henry is able to find his courage and find the part in him that wants to fight and win the battle. A real-life connection that I have is that my grandfather was a fighter pilot and took part in the Vietnam War, alike to the Civil War that this book was based from. Yes, I would recommend this book to a friend for the action in the book and as well as the lesson learned and progression of maturity.